It's time for Dodger Baseball. Live from Dodger Stadium, Prime Ticket presents the Dodgers as they take on the San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Saturday night to you, wherever you may be. Giants and Dodgers in their 14th meeting of the year. When the Dodgers won last night, that gave them 7 wins to the Giants 6. So that means they have a lot of games against each other before the season is over. Both teams got the news earlier today that San Diego lost 6-2 to Colorado, and the Padres now have lost 9 straight. In tonight's ball game, it will be Matt Cain going for the Giants. Cain was 0-8 against the Dodgers, beat them on August 1st, pitched a great game. For his only win, he is 1-8 in his career. He's also 10-10. For Ted Lilly, you remember he lost last time out. He is 5-1 as a Dodger. We'll get to the ball game. We'll have it all coming up for you right after this.
Between the Giants and the Dodgers getting set. Let's go back to our Lexus Pursuing Perfection. Back to last night. Chad Billingsley, 8 innings. He's got an attitude, has a presence about him right now. I bet he scared people in high school, and he's doing some damage right now.
You know, that's what he talked about after last night's game, too. He said, I finally decided what kind of pitcher I want to be, and I want to dominate games. And he's done that in the second half. You take away his first start after the All-Star break, which was atrocious in St. Louis. Since that time, in 9 starts, he's got a 1.79 ERA in the second half. This is the same guy that finished last year pretty much limping to the gate. He had an ERA of over 5, and he had a 3-7 record. So this is a guy that's totally turned it around again. He can still take steps forward, but at least he's back to the guy that started last year and was an all-star.
Take away the last start for Ted Lilly, and you got 5 really impressive outings, and he needs that better location tonight to get back on track.
Ted Lilly still, at the end of the day, is a location-type finesse pitcher. He's not a power pitcher. He can get some strikeouts, but he does that with deception. And when a finesse guy doesn't hit his spots, he's going to get rocked. And he's done a great job of hitting his spots. Did not do that in Colorado. Hopefully he does it tonight.
Yeah, like you said, he's going to throw strikes, so defense will have to be key tonight. All right, we're coming back with first pitch. Vince Scully has the call. Enjoy the game. We'll see you after.
Fastest-growing car company in America, Hyundai. By Shakey's, what's the most home runs hit by one player in a single Major League game? Go to Shakey's.com/trivia. By CarMax, now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. And by AT&T, TV, high-speed internet, home phone, and wireless. Visit att.com or call 1-800-PIC-ATT for details. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you on this Saturday night as the Dodgers and the Giants are ready to roll all over Dodger Stadium. The Giants will be doing it after squinting down the road to San Diego and finding out that the Padres lost today, their 9th in a row, as the Rockies beat San Diego 6-2. Carlos Gonzalez, the kid they call Cargo, who is such an impressive player. He had 3 more hits. He's leading the league now, hitting .335. He knocked in 2 RBIs to give him 95. And, by the way, Colorado pulls within 5.5 of San Diego. But for the Giants, there's one full game out there ready to be taken. For the moment, Bruce Bochy's boys trail by 2.5. Here's the way the Giant lineup stacks up tonight against left-handed Ted Lilly. Aaron Rowand in center field, Freddie Sanchez at second base, and Aubrey Huff at first. Buster Posey behind the plate, Jose Guillen in right field. Cody Ross, at one time a Dodger, is in left field. Juan Uribe at third base. Edgar Renteria takes over at shortstop, and Matt Cain on the mound. On the mound for the Dodgers, Ted Lilly, an overall record of 8-9. With the Dodgers, he is 5-1. The 34-year-old has not gotten any run support at all. they are averaging, whether it's the Cubs or Dodgers, runs of about 2.7 per game, so he can't afford to make any mistake. But his winning percentage is right up there with the top left-handers in the game. He is 3-1 against the Giants, but he hasn't faced them in 2 years, so their personnel has changed considerably. Ted usually gives you some innings. He's averaging 6 or more in 19 of his 24 starts, 7 or more 11 times this year. So Ted Lilly, the boy from Lomita and Torrance, moved upstate to Fresno, ready to work on Aaron Rowan. And Rowan hitting .236, 10 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Lilly into the windup and deals, in the first pitch in for a strike, and the count 0-1. In looking at Lilly's work against the Giants, Rowan has 7 hits and a home run, batting about .370 against him. Aaron fouls a pitch back, and the count 0-2. So it'll be Rowan, Sanchez, and Huff here in the first inning. Beautiful evening, 79 degrees. Hardly even a zephyr to stir the flags in center field. Lilly's strike 2 pitch is hit in the air to left center and deep. On his horse is Jay Gibbons, and it's going to go off the wall. Gibbons plays the bounce and into second base with a long double on an 0-2 pitch is Aaron Rowan. So no pitcher likes to get hurt at any stage, and especially on an 0-2 count. With Gibbons, Posednik, and Ethier in the outfield, Blake Furcal, Carroll, and Loney on the infield, and the battery of Barajas and Lilly. So for Rowan, that would be his 12th double of the year, and now Sanchez, Huff, and Posey trying to pick him up. Freddie Sanchez, another fella who has hit Lilly in the past, and the first pitch is bunted up along first. Loney picks it up, takes a swipe at Sanchez, and moving over to third is Rowan. Runs always seem to be very difficult to come by in a pennant race, and there's no better indication of that than to have a former batting champion in the first inning and a runner at second base sacrifice. But that's the way Bochy looks at things. The runs are tough, as someone once said a long time ago, about as easy as giving up a tattoo. So we'll see now about the left-hand hitting Aubrey Huff. Huff has not hit Lilly in the past, just 3 for 25, but he is hitting .289 against the league. Infield up on the left side, halfway on the right, and the pitch low and inside, ball 1. 1-0. Outfield pretty deep, straight away. And Aubrey Huff waiting. Aaron Rowan down the line from third. Lilly straightens up. Ted has 2 wild pitches, and he works one in at the knuckles, and he's behind 2-0 now to Huff. On deck is the wonderkind, and that is Buster Posey. The Buster who drove in the 2 runs last night, waiting on deck. Huff, big left-hand batter, and Lilly comes back with a fastball and misses low, ball 3. 3-0. Huff has been struggling, 3 for his last 29, so that's a batting average of about $103 over the last 8 games. But he has a lot of power, nothing automatic, taking 3-0. Lilly ready, Ted delivers and works it in for a strike, and the count 3-1. So Rowan doubles to left center on an 0-2 pitch. Sanchez sacrifices. And here's Huff trying to pick him up. Lilly again straightens up. High set right around the collarbone. Ted comes back. Fastball hit foul up against the protective railing in front of the Giant dugout. So 3-2 the count. Other scores today. The Phillies beat the Brewers 5-4. Roy Halladay won his 17th, even though he gave up 3 home runs to the Brewers. And the Reds knocked off the Cardinals 6-1, beating Adam Wainwright. Here's the 3-2 pitch coming up to Aubrey Huff. Lilly deals inside, just missed, ball 4. So first and third with 1 out in the first inning, and here comes Buster Posey. Posey, I think, is even better than they expected. He's hitting .329. More importantly, to give you an idea of how valuable he is, he's hitting .366 with runners in scoring position. And with runners in scoring position and less than 2 outs, and that's the situation now, he's hitting .409. So Posey, right-hand batter, Lilly ready and delivers, and it's fouled away off to the right out of play. For Posey, one other thought, he has grounded into 9 double plays, and the Dodgers set the infield hoping to come up with just that. Against the National League West, as Aaron Rowan stands at third and Aubrey Huff at first, Posey is hitting .394. Here's the strike one pitch on the way, and the young catcher takes in the dirt, blocked by Barajas. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. The Buster Posey went to school at Florida State. A lot of fanfare when the Giants signed him, but boy, he's been worth every bit of it. His full name is Gerald Dempsey Buster Posey III. It all adds up to a heck of a young ball player. He's 23 years old. The 1-1 pitch on the way, and Buster looks at ball 2, 2-1. He's well put together as Posey, 6'1", 205-pounder. When he was at Florida State, he was a pitcher and a shortstop, All-American, and they moved him behind the plate because they thought he was a born leader. And it looks like that will be his role for years to come with the Giants. 2-1 pitch on the way, and Posey swings and doesn't get it. And the count 2-2. Lilly walking slowly around the mound. He's exploring Posey, and I'm sure Ted talked to a lot of the Dodger pitchers as to how they like to try and pitch to Posey. Right-hand batter waiting. The 2-2 pitch coming up. Lilly deals, and it's fouled away off first out of play, and the count remains 2-2. So Bruce Bochy, who knows all about catching, he had a good career in the big leagues. Bruce piloting his ball club, trying to catch his old club in San Diego. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Here comes Lilly, instead going to first. Aubrey Huff back on the bag. Would they run Huff? Well, he has stolen 5 in 5 attempts. So Aubrey 5 for 5 with 2 strikes on the hitter. We'll see whether they plan to do anything with Huff. Down the line from third is Aaron Rowan. Tim Flannery talking to him. Lilly ready. Here he comes. Off speed. Popped in the air into shallow right field. Coming up is Ethier to make the catch. And that's it. The runners have to hold. So Posey going after a slow curveball and pops it up to shallow right field. And with 2 down, the batter will be Jose Guillen. So a good clutch pitch by Ted Lilly. Now he has Guillen to contend with. Guillen is hitting .327, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. Just recently joining the Giants after spending the entire year over in the American League. He has a home run and 5 RBIs since coming over. In the American League, he had 22 home runs, 77 runs batted in. So here's Guillen, first and third, 2 out. Lilly now keeping an extra eye on Huff, and the first pitch in the dirt blocked by Barajas. 1 ball and no strikes. Jose Guillen, another Giant who's been struggling a little bit. He's had 2 hits in his last 13 at bats, hitting only .217 against left-hand pitching. So Guillen from the Dominican Republic, originally signed by the Pirates. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Jose has a look at a strike, fastball, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. When Guillen was signed by Pittsburgh, they really expected great things from him. They didn't quite get what they hoped for, but that happens so many times. The 1-1 pitch on the way, curved ball in there, 1-2. So Jose Guillen, he's 34 years old and burned by a curve. Jose is 5'11", 200-pounder. Drafted back in '92 by Pittsburgh. The 1-2 pitch coming up. Lilly out of his stretch and goes to first. Aubrey Huff standing right on the bag. Guillen's nickname, and I'm sure he's carried it throughout his career, Chayo. As if it were a Chayyoh. The Chayo up there with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. He's had 4 brothers and a sister. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, and it's taken. Strike 3 call. Yes, indeed, you can spread the word to the Giants. In a pennant race, runs are tough to come by. They leave runners at first and third and fail to score. Ted Lilly makes 20 pitches and wiggles off the hook, leaving Giants at first and third. Got the big out on the pop fly by Buster Posey. Here's the way the Dodgers stack up tonight. Scott Podsednik in center, Rafael Furcal at short, Andre Ethier in right. Then you have James Loney at first, Casey Blake at third, Jay Gibbons in left field, Jamie Carroll at second base, Rod Barajas behind the plate, Ted Lilly on the mound. And on the mound for the Giants, big right-hander Matt Cain with a record of 10-10, and his first pitch in for a strike to Podsednik. Matt Cain is 6'3" and 230. His high school coach put the nickname Big Daddy on him. He's also been called Caner and Bill Sugar, but you get the idea. He's a heavyweight, and he evens up the count to Podsednik, 1 ball and 1 strike. When he wins, he is brilliant. In his 10 victories, his earned run average is less than 1. The next pitch to Podsednik in there. When he loses, his earned run average is almost 6. But if the Giants get him 3 or more runs, he is 9-1. So Matt heaves a sigh, looks in to get a sign, and the 1-2 pitch to Podsednik fouled off third out of play back into the crowd. If you go back to 1900 and think about Giant rookie pitchers, in 2006, Cain joined that club. It was a club started in 1901, but no less than Christy Mathewson. Though he puts a lot on the line facing Scott Podsednik, who's hitting .281. Scotty hits a ground ball to the right side. Sanchez will throw him out easily. And just like that, we have one away. So the batter will be Rafael Furcal. A couple of other things about Cain you might not read in the paper. He has 8 wild pitches. When he is given a lead, the opposition is hitting .185. That's right, when he's ahead. However, he gives up more runs with 2 outs than he does with 1 or less. So Matt looks in to get a sign now as he works on Rafael Furcal. Rafael shows bunt, takes off the plate, ball 1. Rafael Furcal hitting .323 against Matt Cain, brings up a .315 batting average, 8 home runs, 39 runs batted in, and Rafael fouls it away 1-1. Furcal came back last night. He had not played since the 2nd of August, and in last night's ball game he made a brilliant defensive play. He also kicked one for an error, and he went 1 for 4 with the bat. 1-1 to Rafael. Uribe playing in on the grass, a drag bunt, only it's almost a line drive on the ground to Aubrey Huff. So Furcal, instead of slapping it to short or dumping it to third, tried to bring it with him, but he hit it way too hard. That thing came off the bench like he had a full swing ground ball, and Huff was there to pick it up. So 2 out in the first inning, and the batter now will be Andre Ethier. Ethier batting .292. He has 20 home runs, 71 runs batted in. And as far as Ethier's work against Cain, he's hitting .514. That's the highest batting average of anybody against anybody. He has 18 hits against Matt Cain in his career and a .514 average. Cain turns on the rubber. There's strike 1 pitch, and that's on the outside corner. Strike 2, 0-2. It was hard to believe early in August 1st, in fact, that Matt Cain lifetime was 0-8 against the Dodgers in his career. But he finally shut him out and picked up his first victory. Torrey, as Andre fouls it back 0-2, Joe Torre and every manager in the league will tell you that Matt Cain is an outstanding pitcher who's just had trouble picking up victories. In fact, in his rookie year, he won 6 consecutive starts where he allowed 1 or no runs. The only pitcher in the last 50 years to have a streak did it 7 times in a row. That was Fernando Valenzuela. Strike 2 pitch, fastball up around the eyes. 1-2 the count to Andre Ethier. Cain does not usually get a lot of ground balls. He's got 2 so far, however, in the first inning. Now he's ready and comes back 1-2. Line drive hits him off the right hip, deflected to shortstop, and Renteria drops the ball while in the act of throwing. So Matt Cain walking around on the grass. He took it right on the hip, but he's acting as if it didn't bother him in the least. But they're going to go out and make sure. So Ethier hits a bullet, catches him right on the right hip. It'll be a base hit. Renteria might have a play, but he dropped it while in the act of throwing. In fact, in looking at the videotape, it might even be a little bit lower than the hip itself, maybe high up on the thigh. But Matt didn't flinch, didn't rub, and just goes back to work. As we said, 6'3" and 230. Matt was born in Dothan, Alabama, and lives in Tennessee, and he volunteers to continue to pitch. So Ethier aboard. That would be his 19th hit against Matt Cain. Boy, you talk about wearing a pitcher out. And here now is James Loney. Cain from a stretch looks over at Ethier, comes to his hitter, ground ball wide to first to Huff. He'll underhand to Cain coming over, and that's that. No runs, 1 hit, a man left, and at the end of an inning, Giants nothing, Dodgers nothing. Matt Cain walked to the dugout. No sign of any injury. And we go into the second inning with a former Dodger, Cody Ross, at the plate. Ross hitting .266, 11 home runs, 60 runs batted in. Ted Lilly works from the third base side of the rubber. And the pitch to Ross, the right-hand hitter, floats a little high. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Cody Ross, a tough nut of a ball player. He will fight through injuries. He's out of New Mexico. Portales and Carlsbad fouls the next pitch back, and they count 2-1. His father, to give you an idea, underwent 5 knee surgeries, 3 playing football at the University of New Mexico, another after a steer wrestling event at a rodeo. His sister Sarah, she hyperextended her knee long jumping and then tore her ACL playing basketball. Cody has a look at a pitch low, so that counts his way 3-1. So he has the genes. He's highly competitive and quite a scrapper. He was with the Dodgers in 2005 and 6. Cody waiting, and the 3-1 pitch on the way, and that's off the plate, ball 4. So Cody Ross draws the walk. So a little bit of a shaky start for Ted Lilly. He has given up a leadoff double. He has walked 2, and now he has Juan Uribe coming up. Uribe hitting .248 with 17 home runs, 71 runs batted in. Uribe played shortstop last night, moved over to third. They sat Pablo Sandoval down. And the first pitch to Uribe, a very deliberate Lilly's fastball, is swung on and missed, and the count 0-1. They sat Sandoval, the Panda, down because he would be hitting right-handed against Lilly, and Sandoval is hitting only .239 with 2 of his 12 home runs right-handed. So they play Renteria over him and just move Uribe to third. Lilly out of a stretch, a look over at Cody Ross. Now to the plate, breaking ball low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Juan Uribe, and he's looking down to Tim Flannery to see if there might be a play. Cody Ross, by the way, has stolen 9 out of 10, so they really have to watch him. And Uribe has done pretty well making contact, so this is an important pitch. Lilly set, the 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled away. We say an important pitch. If Lilly had missed to make the count 2-1, you figure they would certainly run Ross and play hit and run. However, he fouls it, so the count 1-2. Uribe is another giant struggling at the plate. He's 2 for 19 over the last 7 games. Lilly very deliberate. Curveball lifted to straightaway center. Posednik looking up into the night, waiting, and makes the catch. So Ross holding at first. And the veteran shortstop, Edgar Renteria, coming up. So Cody Ross at first. The boy from Barranquilla in Colombia, Edgar Renteria. 1 away, second inning, no score in the ball game. Renteria hitting .278, 2 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Out of a stretch goes Lilly, comes to the plate with a fastball down, ball 1. Little wrinkle at the end of it. 1-0 the count to Renteria. He's checking now with Tim Flannery. The Giants do not use a running game. They have only stolen 47 bases. Andres Torres is the guy who runs, and he's not playing. Throw to first, not in time. Torres is another fellow who sits down against a left-hander, a switch hitter, but he's only hitting in the 230s, batting right-handed. And Torres at the far end of the dugout, he has 23 stolen bases out of 30. So a left-hander stops what is of the running game. High fly ball to deep left field, on the track, waiting for it now is Posednik. He'll make the catch. And back to first base goes Ross. In fact, Posednik did not quite get to the track to handle the fly ball. So you have a fly ball pitcher out there in Ted Lilly, and we always wondered how Ted could do as well as he did pitching for the Cubs. He won 17 games 2 years ago, and to be a fly ball pitcher in Wrigley Field would be like a high wire rack with the hiccups. I mean, he really have to be careful. The pitch in for a strike to Matt Cain. Cain is no cinch out, that's for sure. In his career, I think he has 4 home runs. He has a half a dozen hits, including a double. So Matt waiting, right-hand batter. And the strike one pitch is a fastball that misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Matt Cain waiting. On deck, Aaron Rowan. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lilly a long look in. Now he straightens up. A peek over at Ross. And he goes over there just to remind Ross that we know you've stolen 9 out of 10. Cody has not run as a Giant. Not since coming over from Florida. So 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Matt Cain. 2 out, second inning, no score. And the fastball fouled away off to the right. And the count 1-2. If you joined us late, Aaron Rowan hit a no ball 2 strike pitch into the gap off the left center field wall for a double. He was sacrificed to third. Huff walked, but Posey a fly ball to shallow right, and Guillen struck out. Rowan is out on deck waiting now. And the 1-2 pitch to Matt Cain. Fastball handcuffs him. A little ground ball to Carroll. Jamie throws him out, and that's it. Giants leave Ross, and at the end of an inning and a half, it's the Giants nothing and the Dodgers nothing. Bottom of the second inning, no score in the ball game. The Giants and the Dodgers. It'll be Casey Blake followed by Jay Gibbons and then Jamie Carroll. It will in some ways be a rather interesting confrontation, not between Casey Blake and Matt Cain, but Casey Blake and Cowboy Joe West, the umpire behind the plate. The last time we saw Joe West umpiring in a Giant-Dodger game, he was all over Casey Blake for wiping out the back line and trying to get a little distance between himself and a fastball. And Casey settles in, and Cain's first pitch in for a strike. In fact, Joe West was so determined to make sure that Casey stayed in the batter's box he took the bat out of Blake's hands and measured the box. Well, looking down right now, his back foot is on the back line. 1 ball and 1 strike to Casey Blake. He'll be followed by Gibbons and Carroll. If anybody gets on, Rod Barajas. And Matt Cain into his windup. The 1-1 pitch low and away, and it just had enough of the knee to get the corner. 1-2 the count. So Matt Cain with the count his way. 1-2. As far as Casey Blake is concerned, against Matt Cain, he takes inside. Blake has 2 home runs against him, hitting .261. Overall batting average .258. Cain into his windup. 2-2 pitch, chased and missed. Fastball that seemed to run away, and down goes Casey. And for Matt Cain, he picks up his first strikeout, opening up matters in the 2nd inning. And the left-hand hitting outfielder Jay Gibbons now will check in against Matt Cain. No score, bottom of the 2nd inning. The San Diego Padres lost again. And the pitch to Gibbons, low, ball 1. Padres have lost 9 straight. And of course, the Dodgers figure to be a factor here with the Giants. And then, of course, next week they'll be in San Diego. The 1-0 pitch on the way is in the dirt. 2-0 the count. For Joe Torre, still feeling there's some hope left. It's a stretch. The Dodgers, including tonight, have 27 games, 23 of the 27 within the Western Division. They do have 4 like a shirt tail hanging out with the Houston Astros. The 2-0 pitch is swung on and hit foul down the left field line. That will go back out of play. So 2-1 the count. Cain waiting now for Gibbons to settle in. Matt holds the ball at the belt buckle with both hands, just turns on the rubber, and the 2-1 pitch is on the outside corner. 2-2. Matt Cain from Alabama. Family moved from Alabama to Memphis, Tennessee when he was 10 years old, so he grew up on a 50-acre plot of land about 30 miles from the city. Gibbons fouls it away. So a real country boy. He had 2 horses. There was a lot of wildlife, wild turkeys, deer, rabbits, and foxes. Family raised goats, but they gave it up because the coyotes kept eating the baby goats. But he is still a country boy who likes hunting and fishing, anything outdoors. Little ground ball to the right side, charged by Sanchez to make the play. So Gibbons rolls out, and we have 2 down in the 2nd inning. You know, friends, you can enjoy the excitement of Viva Los Dodgers every Sunday. The next fiesta tomorrow, presented by State Farm. Party begins at 3 before the Dodgers and Giants at 5. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com or call 866-DODGERS. 2 out and Jamie Carroll checking in. The veteran infielder who did such a great job during the absence of Rafael Furcal at shortstop takes ball 1, 1-0. Carroll, in brief at bats, is 4 for 13 against Matt Cain. That's better than 300. Overall, batting .287 with 21 runs batted in. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Into the windup goes Cain. Fastball lifted to left center. It's very playable. Rowan coming over, but it'll be the left fielder Ross making the catch. So the Dodgers go 1-2-3. And at the end of 2, Giants nothing, Dodgers nothing. Third inning, no score in the ball game. Aaron Rowan, Freddie Sanchez, and Aubrey Huff. Rowan on a no ball 2 strike count doubled off the wall in left center field, got as far as third. He is now 8 for 20 against Lilly, and he takes a strike in the count 0-1. Back in 2007, Aaron Rowan was with the Phillies, and you know there have been only 13 major leaguers to ever have 2 4 extra base hit games in the same season. The strike one pitch, Aaron takes a little high. Well, Rowan not only is the only one to do it in the same month, he did it 4 days apart. July the 14th in St. Louis, July the 17th right here at Dodger Stadium. He has a look at a pitch for a strike, 1-2 the count. That certainly came to mind when Aaron opened up the ball game with a double. No score in the third inning. Now the 1-2 pitch on the way. Rowan swings. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Back goes Ethier to the track of the scoreboard and makes the catch for the out. Boy, did that ball carry. There's not a breath of air. Rowan was almost to second base, and Ethier never quit, and the ball kept carrying and carrying, and he reached up just as he went into the scoreboard. Wonderful play by Andre Ethier, and we have one away. So Aaron Rowan certainly does not get cheated against Ted Lilly. He gets some pretty good rips. And here's Freddie Sanchez. He takes high, ball 1. So Rowan almost came up with another extra base hit. Sanchez hitting .288, sacrificed in the first inning. He has 3 home runs, 35 runs batted in, and takes low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Freddie. Always admire Sanchez for a lot of reasons, but perhaps the biggest is the fact that he overcame quite a disability. The 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. Sanchez's right foot is a half size smaller than his left. He lacks certain muscles in his right calf. In fact, he was born with a club right foot and a pigeon-toed left foot. He wore a cast from the time he was 1 day old. Swings, doesn't get it, 2-2. He wore the cast on his right leg from the 2nd day of his life until he was 13 months old, and then he had surgery at Children's Hospital in Los Angeles to repair the club foot, a defect which turns inward from the lower leg at an angle. Makes it almost look like the head of a golf club. So here's a kid with that kind of a handicap. He's now 33 and fought his way to become a batting champion in the National League. 2-2 pitch on the way, and Freddie swings, hits it in the air to right. Again, Ethier has to go to get it. It's over his head. He makes a great one-hand catch. Back-to-back wonderful plays by Andre Ethier. Another fly ball carrying. It was over his head. He had to twist and lunge, and he speared it just before he got to the scoreboard. So it's an easy back-to-back extra base hit for a run, and instead, because of Ethier, 2 out. Chad Billingsley and Matt Kemp gave him ovations from the dugout. And here's Aubrey Huff, who fouls it back, and the count 0-1. Boys, were 2 highlight plays by Andre Ethier in right field. One going right into the scoreboard, and the other catching up to a ball that was hit over his head. Now the strike 1 pitch to Aubrey Huff, swung on, little ground ball to Jamie Carroll. Second baseman nails him, and that's that. Andre Ethier saves the Dodgers bacon, not with his bat, but with his glove. And at the end of 2.5 innings, no score. Bottom of the third inning, no score in the ball game. Andre Ethier getting some input from almost every teammate about those two great plays, taking extra base hits away from Rowand and Sanchez back to back. So in the bottom of the third, it'll be Rod Barajas, followed by Ted Lilly, and then Scott Posednik. Rod Barajas will celebrate a birthday tomorrow. He will be 35 years old tomorrow. He has 16 home runs, 4 of them nailed as a Dodger, 42 RBIs, hitting .238. Kane Reddy comes to him and works low, ball 1. Interesting catcher Rod Barajas, 35 tomorrow. Mike Piazza, show you the time goes by, celebrating his 42nd birthday today. The 1-0 pitch on the way in there for a strike. Also, in the Dodger family, Trey Magnuson, our scouting coordinator, is celebrating his birthday. 1 ball and 1 strike to Rod. Kane turns, Reddy, and deals, in the pitch off the plate, ball 2. And also our director of baseball administration, that would be Ellen Harrigan. She is celebrating her birthday today. That means she can now vote. The 2-1 pitch on the way is swung on and missed. 2-2 the count to Rod. He's had 8 games with the Dodgers, hitting .375 over that stretch. So Kane pitching carefully against him. Rod with 4 home runs and 8 RBIs. 0 for 3 in the past against Kane, and he takes way off the plate. Ball 3. No score, bottom of the third, each side with 1 hit. Ethier lined one off the leg of Kane for a base hit. Rowan doubled off the left center field wall. 3-2 pitch to Rod Barajas. Swung on, fly ball to shallow left. Coming in for it is Cody Ross to make the catch. Edgar Renteria went out there, but Cody, under a full head of steam, made the catch. 1 away. By the way, friends, the Coca-Cola Value Pack is now available for Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday games in September. Includes 4 tickets, 4 Dodger dogs, 4 Cokes, and 4 Dodger action figures for $17 per seat. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/specials or call 866-DODGERS. Ted Lilly takes a strike, and the count 0-1. Lilly has 2 hits, 1 RBI, but strikes out about half the time. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Giants and Dodgers in their 14th meeting of the year. By winning last night, the Dodgers have won 7 of the previous 13. Show you how close they were. They had split 6 here. They had split 6 up there, and then Chad Billingsley settled the matter last night. 1-2 the count. Matt Cain's breaking ball is swung on and missed, and down goes Lilly. So 2 out, and the batter will be Posednik. Second strikeout for Matt Cain.
Number 21, Scott Posednik.
So Matt Cain strikes out Ted Lilly. Here's Scott Posednik, grounded out in the first inning, 0 for 1. Posednik hitting .279 with 6 runs batted in. Struggling lately at bat. Left-hand hitting center fielder waiting at the plate. And the first pitch in for a strike, and the count 0-1. Posednik hitting over .300 against right-handers, just under .300 against left-handers. Now the strike 1 pitch, swung on, fouled away off third out of play, and the count 0-2. Rafael Furcal waiting on deck. Posednik up there with a no ball 2 strike count. Matt Cain looks down, getting a sign. Posey shuffling cards. Strike 2 pitch, ground ball to short. Renteria up with it and throws him out. So the Dodgers go 1, 2, 3, 7 in a row retired by Matt Cain, and at the end of 3, no score. Dodger Baseball on Prime Ticket is brought to you by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. By K-Swiss Tubes. And by Jack's Really Big Chicken Sandwich Combo, served with curly fries and a drink for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Fourth inning, no score in the ball game. The Giants and the Dodgers. It'll be Buster Posey, Jose Guillen, and then Cody Ross against Ted Lilly. Fouled away. Posey had a big at bat in the first inning. First and third, one away. Hit a slow curveball and popped it into shallow right field. Ethier caught it and the runners had to hold. And the next thing, Lilly struck out Guillen and got out of the inning. 0-1 to Buster. Couple of scores. The Phillies beat the Brewers 5-4. However, Atlanta beat Florida 2-0. The Philadelphia remains trailing the Atlanta Braves by 1 game, but they're atop the heap in the wild card, leading the Giants by 3. That's ball 2, 2-1. The Rockies beat the Padres, so the Rockies are 5.5 back. Here's the 2-1 pitch coming up. Swung on, a high fly ball to center. Posednik is there, drifting to his left, and makes the catch for the out. 1 away. San Diego has now lost 9 in a row, so the Giants have a golden opportunity. Winning tonight, they would cut the Padre lead to 2. They'll remain 3 behind Philadelphia in the wild card if they win. For Bruce Bochy, he has the opportunity. The one thing that bothers the Giants, how they play San Diego. And the pitch now to Guillen, fouled away, 0-1. The Padres have beaten the Giants head to head 9 of 11. And the only 2 wins that Bruce's boys have managed to come up with, in the middle of May in San Diego, they won 7-6 in 12 innings, despite Lincecum and Rowan, etc. Another foul ball out of play. And in San Francisco, in the middle of August, they won 3-2 in 11. So there are only 2 wins against San Diego, extra innings. They still have 7 games left with the Padres. 0-2 to Guillen. And on the inside corner, he's rung up again. So Guillen strikes out twice tonight. Went down once last night, and he is 0 for 6 in the series. So Lilly, who had 2 splendid plays by Andre Ethier back-to-back in the third, has now retired 8 in a row. And here's Cody Ross, who walked in the second inning. 2 out, 4th inning, no score. In there, 0-1. One of the young superstars in the National League, Carlos Gonzalez, had another huge day in San Diego. Big breaking ball for a strike. Oh, what a hook that was. That was less than 70 miles an hour, and Ross kind of backs out for a moment. Big break on it. No balls and 2 strikes. And a sinker, ball 1, 1-2. Carlos Gonzalez is now hitting .335. He's the National League batting leader. He has hit safely in 12 straight. He's amazing. 1-2 the count. Breaking ball stayed up. Remember the last time the Rockies were here, the middle of August? The play in right field when Cargo, as they call him, crashed into the right field wall and somehow held on to the ball. He can do it all. 2-2. High pitch, chased and missed. Down goes Cody Ross. Down go the Giants. They've now retired 9 in a row, and at the end of 3.5, no score. Dodger Baseball on Prime Ticket is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers, where you'll find the new Transit Connect. Check it out at scforddealers.com. By Corona Light. And by Toyota. Get a great deal on Toyota's full line of hybrid and fuel-efficient vehicles at your Toyota dealer today. Bottom of the 4th inning, no score in the ball game. Each side with 1 hit. Rowan the double leading off for the Giants. Ethier a 2-out single off the leg of Matt Cain in the 1st inning. So second time around for Call, Ethier, and Loney. Uribe is in on the grass at 3rd. Remember, Furcal tried to drag bunt and grounded sharply to Huff instead. 0-1 the count to Rafael, batting .314. No balls, 1 strike. 1-1. Tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, Jonathan Sanchez and Hiroki Kuroda. Fastball missed. 2-1 the count. Andre Ethier, who has 19 hits against Matt Cain, is on deck. Ball 3. For Matt Cain, he averages 108 pitches per game. Most pitches in one game for him this year, 125. Popped in the air, foul off third. That will go out of play. 3-2 the count. For Matt Cain, one of those breaks. He started to get attention from college scouts in his junior year. The pros discovered him his senior year when they had come to watch another pitcher who was hurt and couldn't play. Fouled away. Suddenly, there were 2 or 3 scouts coming to the Cain home, and more than that, and the word got out. So he started his pro career at 17, very homesick. But he overcame that, and he is solid as a rock with the Giants. 3-2. Three and 2 to Rafael Furcal. A little pop foul, out of play. Matt Cain was pretty much of a grizzled veteran before he was 25 with the Giants. In fact, only Matt and Mike McCormick, who won the Cy Young Award back in 1967, started 50 games before the age of 25. Off the plate. So Rafael Furcal draws the walk, and the batter is Andre Ethier. We'll see what he does with the bat, but boy, we know what he did with the glove. It was the third inning, and Aaron Rowan came up. Rowan had doubled in the first inning, and Andre crashed into the scoreboard to make the catch. Then he made another great catch against Freddie Sanchez. And for good measure, in Andre's first at-bat, he hit a line drive off Matt Cain's leg. And the first ball swinging, a towering pop fly. Edgar Renteria was looking at Sanchez. Whoa. Renteria, by the way, hasn't played really since August the 10th. He went on the DL. He's been on the DL 3 times. And he declined a minor league rehab assignment. See him look over at Sanchez before going across to make the catch. So Renteria makes the catch. Freddie went to the bag. Ethier went to the dugout, and Loney comes to the plate. Rafael Furcal over there at first base has stolen 18 out of 22. So he's definitely a threat. Whoops, there he goes. And no throw by Posey. Buster came up to throw, and I'm not sure, did he feel Renteria was late in covering? Sanchez couldn't get there, but Renteria was there. And yet Posey held on to the ball. Maybe he didn't have a good grip. He hesitated, and the play was over. So Rafael steals a base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Furcal 19 out of 23. Dodgers have stolen 82 bases. The Giants do not have a running game unless Torres is playing. They've only stolen 47. 1-1. Half swing, Loney badly fooled. 1-2. For the Giants, with only 47 stolen bases, the opposition has stolen 111. And when Bochy runs his club, they get caught. They're 15th in the league. 1 ball and 2 strikes to James Loney. No score, 4th inning, on the heels of the news that the Padres lost again, 9 in a row. 1-2. Talking about San Diego, after tomorrow evening's game, the Dodgers get on the bus and go to San Diego and start Monday night with a 3-game series with the Padres. 1-2. And a line drive base hit for Call had held up, so it'll only go to third as Guillen gets the ball in. So Loney single to right. Dodgers first and third, 1 out. And Casey Blake coming up. And Casey immediately is defining the back line. Casey Blake with his head down, working on the back line. We told you about the fact that he was called in San Francisco about it by the plate umpire tonight, Joe West. One other thought to conclude about the Dodgers playing San Diego. Dodgers have won 7 of 12 from the Padres, 4 out of 6 down there. So here's Casey, struck out in the second inning. Kane right foot on the rubber, looking down. Loney at first for Call at third, and a throw over there. Loney does pretty well. He's stolen 9 bases. 9 out of 14. For Call, down the line from third. Matt Cain has to worry about a runner at third. He has 8 wild pitches. That's a strike. He is 11th in the National League in wild pitches with 8 of them. No balls and 1 strike. No score. Bottom of the 4th. And watching Loney again. Loney appears a little surprised at all the attention. He doesn't have a big lead. One and one. Giants left runners at first and third in the first inning. Dodgers now have for Call at third, Loney at first, 1 out in the 4th. 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive down the left field line in the corner. That's good enough to get for Call home. They will stop Loney at third on a double blistered by Casey Blake, and the Dodgers lead 1-0. For Casey Blake, his 26th double. He got a fastball a little above the belt, and he was all over it. So the Dodgers trying to put the screws to the Giants, lead them 1-0. Casey knocks in a clutch run. He has 58 runs batted in. Dodgers leading 1-0, and the batter now will be Jay Gibbons with first base open. Dave Righetti went out to talk quickly to the right-hander.
Left fielder number 31, Jay Gibbons.
So Kane walked for Call. Got Ethier to pop up. Loney single to right. After Furcal had stolen second, he went to third, and Blake's double picks him up. Gibbons grounded out in the second inning, and the pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. Matt Cain is 10-10, but he is 1-8 in his career against the Dodgers. His only win back on August 1st. He was brilliant that game. Fastball whacked into right field. She is gone. And the Dodgers pick up 3 more and lead 4-0. That is the 16th home run that Matt Cain has given up this year. For Jay Gibbons, his third home run, and I mean he hit that thing out in a hurry. And the pitch to Jamie Carroll, a strike. So Jay Gibbons, who was brought up because he has a lot of power, and he and Casey Blake get together. It's a 4-run inning. And a line drive into left center, base hit for Jamie Carroll. Rowan comes up with it and gets it back in. So the Dodgers are jumping all over Matt Cain. A walk, a stolen base, a single to Loney, a double to Blake, a home run by Gibbons, a single by Carroll. And for the Giants, knowing full well the opportunity is there, the Padres have lost again, and the Dodgers trying to spoil the evening for San Francisco. Matt Cain in danger of losing his 9th in his career against the Dodgers. And here's Rod Barajas, fly to left field in the 3rd inning. Fastball for a strike. Barajas hit a 2-run home run last night in the 2nd inning. He was also walked intentionally. And in the 7th inning, Casilla nailed him on the elbow. But Rod right back in there tonight. And that's lifted to straightaway shallow center. Rowan coming up for it. Well, that's the 2nd out. And the batter will be Ted Lilly. Dodgers 4, Giants nothing. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jay Gibbons crushed one into the back of the visiting bullpen after Casey Blake had singled in one. That was the decision, of course, to pitch to him. Pitch to Gibbons. Remember, in the inning, for Furcall scored on Blake's double. Loney had stopped at 3rd. So Bruce opted to go after the left-hand hitter. And Gibbons made him pay. Foul back. One ball and one strike. I can remember when Matt Cain first came up, everybody agreed he was going to be the ace of the Giants staff. 1-2. And yet he's never been able to get on track. 14-8 last year, 8-14 the year before that, 13-12, 7-16. He's been a huge disappointment for the Giants. 1-2. And down goes Lilly, striking out a second time. However, 8 men come to the plate. Jay Gibbons hits a 3-run crusher into the bullpen. Dodgers score 4 in the inning, and at the end of 4, lead the Giants 4-0. The Dodgers trying to wreck the Giants' evening, leading them 4-0. And in the 5th inning, Uribe, Renteria, and Kane. Fastball strike. Lily's last game, he pitched in Colorado, and it just shows you how it can be. His problem strictly was location, and boy, did he ever pay for it. Hard ground ball to Furcal. He has to crank it up, throws him out. So Raphael. Meanwhile, Lilly got in a lot of trouble. 0-2 pitch in the 1st inning, and Rowan doubled off the left center field wall, and Sanchez sacrificed. So the Giants had Rowan at 3rd and 1 out. Then Aubrey Huff walked. However, Buster Posey, a pop fly to shallow right. Rowan had nowhere to go, and for good measure, Guillen called out. They were certainly Hyundai keys to the game, and since then, Lilly's throwing strikes. So he gets Uribe 1 away in the 5th inning. He's retired 10 in a row. Renteria flied to center in the 2nd inning. We told you that he hasn't faced live pitching since the 10th of August. And here we are, the 4th of September. Renteria has been on the DL 3 times and declined a minor league rehab. Hasn't played in any simulated games, but here he is playing tonight. He flied to center in his only at bat back in the 2nd inning. 1-2 to Edgar. Foul back. One away in the 5th. Dodgers lead the Giants 4-0. Renteria, 34 years old, originally signed by the Marlins. When they signed him, he was 15 years old, from Barranquilla in Colombia. He was with the Marlins for 3 years. Then from 99 through 04, 6 seasons he was with the Cardinals. He had 1 year with the Red Sox, 2 with the Braves, then the Tigers and the Giants. And down he goes. I'll tell you one thing, that's pretty tough to play in the big leagues. You haven't played since middle of August. No rehab, nothing else. So you strike out. 4th strikeout for Ted Lilly, and Matt Cain coming up. The Giant offense, when you look at all of the areas, you can sum it up with one word: average. They're basically average in runs per game, triples, home runs, RBIs, walks, batting average, slugging. It's all average. They don't score a lot of runs, especially with 2 out. And there's 2 out now. So Sandoval and Torres, 2 fellows who make the club go against right-handers, sit this one out. And for Cain, down he goes. So Cain strikes out. 5 strikeouts for Ted Lilly. 3, 6, 9, 12 in a row. And at the end of 4½, 4-0 Dodgers. On Prime Ticket is brought to you by Jack Daniels. Bottom of the fifth inning, 4-0 in favor of the Dodgers. It'll be the top of the order, Posednik, Furcal, and Ethier in that order against Matt Cain. Posednik, 2 ground balls, 0 for 2. Dodgers scoring 4 in the fourth inning, sending 8 men to the plate. Blake doubled in 1. Jay Gibbons a 3-run home run. Ground ball to the hole, backhanded by Renteria in the dirt. Nice pick by Aubrey Huff, and they get Posednik 1 away. Time now to pose a question for you and see if you can come up with the answer. Bruce Bochy is 6th among active managers with 1,256 career wins. Who are the top 5? Well, we'll give you the answer in a little while. Meanwhile, here's Furcal. Ball 1. Rafael started it with the walk, stole a base, scored a run. 1-0. 2-0 the count. So Matt Cain rocked for 5 hits and 4 runs. And little foul behind the plate. Posey takes a look, but it's in the stands. Like so many other pitchers, when Cain is good, he is very, very good. With his 10 victories, his earned run average of those 10 wins, less than 1, 0.9. But his 10 losses, his earned run average is about 5.5. Huge difference. Fly ball, Rowan to late start, but it's high enough to get in there. 2 down. Andre Ethier coming up.
Andre Ethier.
Ball 1. Andre Ethier line drive single off Cain's leg and popped it short. Made 2 sensational catches in the third inning. Popped it up. Cain is calling, and then he gets out of the way. That's the worst thing a pitcher can do, is get involved in a high pop fly. So the Dodgers are done, and at the end of 5, 4-0 Dodgers. Of the 3 dog back in 1969 on this date, Willie Davis had his 31-game hitting streak come to an end. And with that, let's get back to this one. They're in a hurry to get at each other. Ted Lilly working at the top of the order. Rowan, Sanchez, and Huff. Rowan has doubled and was robbed of an extra base hit, but pops it up. Jamie Carroll. The one pitch and one away here in the 6th inning.
Batting next for the Giants, second baseman, number 21, Freddie Sanchez.
So Lilly is on a roll. Gave up the double and a walk in the 1st inning. Walked Ross in the 2nd and was saved twice by Ethier in the 3rd. But now all of a sudden the outs are really rolling along. 13 in a row he's retired. And here's Sanchez, sacrificed and robbed by Ethier. Ball 1. 4 runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 1 hit for the Giants. The leadoff double on a no-ball 2-strike pitch by Aaron Rowan. That's popped up, and it will be for call. Remember the trivia question? We had mentioned Bruce Bochy and his wonderful career, 1,256 career wins. The 5 ahead of him, Tony La Russa, Bobby Cox, Joe Torre, Jim Leyland, and Dusty Baker. So Torre looking for a big win tonight, leading the Giants 4-0. That's a strike to Aubrey Huff. Bruce Bochy is a rare manager to be born out of the country. That's in there, 0-2. Bruce Bochy was born in Landau-Bossac in France. His father was an Army Sergeant Major. Oh, 2. That's a little low. Ted Lilly in high gear has retired 14 in a row and leading 4-0. On the hands, Huff has walked, grounded out. So Rowan doubled and Huff walked in the 1st inning. Ross walked in the 2nd inning, and that's it. Breaking ball, sliced foul, little slider. Still 1-2. Four runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 1 hit for the Giants. Big breaking ball. 2-2. It all happened in the 4th inning. A double by Blake for 1 and a 3-run home run by Jay Gibbons. 2-2. Fastball, and that's popped in the air. Loney and Carroll, and it will be Loney. So 3 pop flies on the infield to second, short, and first. 15 in a row retired by Ted Lilly, and the Dodgers lead 4-0. Ball to right field. So did Andre Ethier, but the ball began to slice. And look at Andre. Boy, you talk about tremendous athletic ability as the ball suddenly sliced away, and somehow Andre stayed with it. That's the last threat for a base hit made by a Giant batter. So Ted Lilly, with some help from Ethier, has retired 15 in a row. Andre with one error in 111 games, adding with all of his clutch hitting as well. So here's James Loney. Ball one. Loney single to right field in the fourth inning. 2-0. James 1 for 2 for the night, hitting .275, 9 home runs, 80 runs batted in. Hard ground ball inside the line, down in the corner. Guillen was playing him over towards right center. He can go for 3. Here comes the relay, and Loney falls down. The throw from Sanchez to Renteria, and they tag him out. So James threw a shoe on the far turn and took a tumble. Take another look. He's heading for third, and whoops, down he goes. Sanchez spots it, gives it to Renteria, and the tag. So Loney doubles to right, and then he's thrown out. Guillen to Sanchez to Renteria, 9-4-6. So a base hit, but an out. And here's Casey. Right. Casey Blake lit a fire in the fourth inning. Got a fastball just above the belt and certainly knew what to do with it. Doubled into the left field corner. This time he hits it in the hole for a base hit. So that time he got a slider, and he's 2 for 3. Jay Gibbons came up after Blake had doubled in the fourth inning, and Jay got all of it. I mean, he mashed that thing to the back of the bullpen, and the Dodgers opened it up 4-0. Jay was born in Michigan, had lived in Maryland, makes his home in Simi Valley. He went to school at Cal State Los Angeles and was originally drafted by the Blue Jays. As a kid, he played a lot of soccer. Then he came into football, but then Jay very honestly said, I didn't like football as much. You get beat up too much. He had a good buddy in the minor leagues. It was Orlando Hudson, who made it to the Dodgers ahead of him. And for Jay Gibbons, his athletic abilities come naturally. His dad is a former Michigan State basketball player. His father is 6'8". Jay is an even 6. That's going to go down the line, foul out of play. As Jay would be quick to point out, his father is 6'8", but his mom is 5'2". And that would be the long and the short of it. Oh, and 2. And he rides the elevator, the penthouse with a 3-run home run, and the basement with a strikeout.
Second baseman, number 14, Jamie Carroll.
So with 2 down, despite a double and a single, the batter is Jamie Carroll. We'll see just how important James Loney falling down on his double, followed by the base hit by Casey Blake. That's right. When you run the bases, you are trying to hit the inside part of the bag so that you don't make a big wide loop. That's the first thing they try to teach you when you're running the bases. And a lot of times in your effort to hit the inside part of the bag, you are bending. Let's say at second base, you're hitting the inside, you're bending towards the mound a bit, and it's not too hard to lose your balance, trip, and go down. Although James did not get a triple, what he did get was his 36th double, which is a career high, as he sits with Jay Gibbons. 0-2 the count to Jamie Carroll. Fouled away. Jamie has to feel pretty good. Here's Loney rounding second base. And you'll see he's tilting right there. And then he loses, and down he goes. And then he's erased. Oh, 0-2 to Jamie. And he hits one to straightaway center right into the glove of Aaron Rowan. The decision, of course, was a big one. Do you walk Gibbons and pitch to Carroll with first base open? Bochy opted to pitch to Gibbons, and it's 4-0 Dodgers. Dodgers lead 4-0. They change the outfield a bit. Matt Kemp takes over in center field. Scott Posednik, who started in center, moves over to left. You can put Matt Kemp and Jay Gibbons' spot in the lineup. So Gibbons sits the rest of it out after playing a huge part of the story. And Buster Posey at the plate. Ball one. Posey had a chance to get the Giants out in front in the first inning, but he hit a little fly ball to right field. Last time up, flied to center. 2-0. Ted Lilly has retired 15 in a row. He has struck out 5, and he has walked 2, and allowed just 1 hit. High fly ball into deep left center. Posednik watching to see how far it's going to go. Plenty far, at least halfway up. Buster Posey just busted one. For Posey, that would be his 11th home run. 55 runs batted in, and the Giants get on the scoreboard. Dodgers lead 4-1. He really crushed that thing. I mean, there was no doubt about it. It was, where is it going to land? Well up halfway. 0-1 to Jose Guillen. So the boyish young catcher hits his 11th. Dodger lead 4-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Guillen has had a tough night against Lilly. He struck out twice, struck out once last night. So he struck out 3 times, and he is 0 for 6. And he lifts one in the air down the line, going foul and out of play. By the way, it should be pointed out, and the count is always so important. Posey hit a 2-ball, no strike count. It's only the 3rd time tonight Lilly has fallen behind 2-0. That's a strike. So for Guillen, he has struck out 3 times tonight. It has been a bitter experience. You know, Tuesday, September 21st, Dodgers and Padres, and the first 50,000 fans received their own Andre Ethier All-Star fleece blanket, compliments of State Farm. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com or call 866-DODGERS. Because Andre has fleeced the Giants tonight, certainly back-to-back in the 3rd inning. So here's Cody Ross. Slow curveball. Not much he can do with that thing except pull it foul. Cody walked and struck out. Juan Uribe on deck. Off speed, popped up. Loney at the other end of it. 2 down. Lydia's career against the Giants is 3-1. And he's been in command all night. He's allowed 2 hits, a leadoff double with the count no balls and 2 strikes to Rowan, and the home run to Posey, 2 balls and no strikes. Strike to Uribe. Fly to center, grounded to short. Uribe normally plays short. Pablo Sandoval plays 3rd. But among other reasons, Sandoval physically not quite ready to play tonight. Foul ball. He was nagged by tightness in his hips. Sandoval had started a team high 129 and appeared in 130 games all told. So he and Andres Torres sit this one out, at least up to this juncture. And down goes Uribe. 7 strikeouts for Ted Lilly. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 swing of the bat. And at the end of 6.5, 4-1 Dodgers. And the crowd will be asked now to stay for God Bless America and Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join in the singing of God Bless America. Once again, please welcome Nicole Gordon.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains, through the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Now, friends, it's time for the California.
Buster Posey, Rod Barajas, followed by Ted Lilly, and then the top of the order, Scott Pusetnik. So Matt Cain figures to be working his last inning. He's due to bat second when the Giants come up in the 8th. Matt's given up 4 runs, 7 hits. The sky fell down on him in the 4th inning. Right. As we mentioned earlier, Rod Barajas will celebrate his 35th birthday tomorrow. 0-1. Line drive foul. 0-2. Tomorrow at 5, Jonathan Sanchez going up against Hiroki Kuroda. And a fly ball to shallow left center. Rowan is there. One of the interesting things in tonight's ball game is Matt Cain. Matt is a power pitcher. He came in with 144 strikeouts. He has not set the house on fire tonight. He has struck out 4. But what's really interesting, the Dodgers have had only 7 swings and misses. And 3 of those swings came with Ted Lilly at the plate. So really only 4 swings and misses tonight. The inability to put the man away has hurt him, and especially with second and third when they opted to pitch to Jay Gibbons, who hit one into the bleachers and broke the game open. 0-2. And ball 1. Ted has struck out twice. Foul back. So Lilly actually hits the ball foul to the way. In looking at Cain, his strikeout high this year, 9. Got 9 against the Cubs, 9 against Arizona. Lilly goes down a 3rd time. 5 strikeouts tonight for Matt Cain. Say you're traveling this season, you can take the Dodgers with you. Subscribe to MLB.TV today. You can see every Dodger game live or on demand on your computer. Visit Dodgers.com to order and get more details. Local in-market blackouts apply. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. So here's Pusetnik, 0 for 3. Oh, and 1 to Scott. 3 ground balls. One and 1. Two and 1 to count. When the Giants come up, Renteria is due to lead off. They have Pat Burrell, Darren Ford, right-hand batters. Then they have switch hitters Sandoval and Torres. Then they have left-hand hitters Ishikawa, Shearholtz, Fontenot. So we'll see when Bruce Bochy just what he will do. Sanchez will be due to bat 4th when the Giants hit in the 8th inning. And Pusetnik strikes out. So for Kane, he finishes up with a half a dozen strikeouts, but he walks off at the end at 7, losing 4-1. Been brilliant. He's made only 91 pitches. He's faced 25 batters and gotten that first pitch strike to 18 of the 25. And even more important, he has only had 2 3-ball counts. So Edgar Renteria, Pat Burrell, and then Aaron Rowan. A little surprising that Renteria is playing since he has to be rusty. But as we said, Sandoval is out, tightness in the hips. So they moved Uribe to third and play Edgar short. And he promptly shows rust can come off as he hits one down the line deep into the lower deck. The second home run joining Buster Posey. And the Dodger lead is 4-2. For Ted Lilly, who basically, as we've said, is a fly ball pitcher. Ted Lilly has given up 27 home runs this year, 8 of them as a Dodger. And it shows you what inches do in this game. I mean, for 6 innings, he was just about perfect. Misses by an inch, Posey homers. Misses by an inch, Renteria homers. And now Pat Burrell coming up, and he will bat for Kane. Octavio Dotel has been throwing in the Dodger bullpen. A meeting at the mound as Barajas goes out to talk to Ted. And Big Burrell, who played left field last night, walked twice and went 0 for 2. And now let's see. Here comes Joe Torre. Usually Joe brings a hook. In looking at the past, Burrell just 1 for 9 against Lilly. And if they bring in Dotel, Burrell is 1 for 7 against him. So I think Joe wants to find for himself how Lilly is. And the answer is out he comes. So Ted Lilly, absolutely brilliant. Gave up a home run in the 7th, a home run in the 8th, made 93 pitches. They will bring in Octavio Dotel to pitch to Pat Burrell, and we'll be back. Goes 7 innings plus and strikes out 7. We can take a look at his strikeouts, and it all started in the first inning against Jose Guillen. After Guillen, he waited for Guillen again. Then he got Cody Ross. Moving along, he picked up Renteria and for good measure Matt Cain. Then he waited for Guillen again for the third time, and his last strikeout was Juan Uribe. But then he walked to the mound in the 8th inning and gave up the home run to Renteria. So Ted comes out, went 7 innings plus, allowed 2 runs, home runs by Posey and Renteria, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and gives the ball to Octavio Dotel. Dotel will be pitching to Pat Burrell. Pat Burrell hitting .263. He has 12 home runs, 36 runs batted in. And Dotel, who was with, among other American League teams, Kansas City, the Yankees, the Royals, and the White Sox, so they'll go head-to-head here. 4-2 in favor of the Dodgers, top of the 8th inning. And it's a strike. Pat Burrell has been struggling, so Dotel up against him. Burrell 1 for his last 15. And another strike, 0-2. And to really spread it out for Burrell, he's just 9 for his last 57. That's about $1.50. 0-2 to Pat. Fouled away. Pat Burrell out of Eureka Springs, Arkansas, lives over in Arizona, went to the University of Miami and was a #1 pick by the Phillies back in 1998. Big fella, 6'4", about 235. 1-2. As a teenager, Burrell was an outstanding athlete. Went to Bellarmine High School, drafted by the Red Sox, but opted to go to the University of Miami. He won the Golden Spikes Award in '98. Foul back. He's one of those fellows who had a freak accident. He was in the International League playoffs, and he hit what looked like a sure home run, but it nailed an unsuspecting bird in mid-flight. 2-2. Larry Boa managed Burrell when they were both together with the Philadelphia Phillies. 2-2. Fouled away. One of the things Burrell does as a hobby, bottle cap snapping, flicking caps. He said we got so we could toss change-ups and cutters, and we'd whack them with wiffle ball bats. And he hits a drive into left center field and deep. Kent going back to the wall. That's a home run. 3 home runs by the Giants to get back in the game, and the Dodger lead is 4-3. All this in the last 1 inning plus. Posey led off the 7th with a home run. Renteria led off the 8th with a home run. Now Burrell, as a pinch hitter, hits a home run. And with nobody out, it's Rowand, Sanchez, and Huff. For Pat Burrell, his 13th home run. And for Pat, his first pinch hit of the year. That's a strike to Rowan. Rowan on a no ball 2 strike count doubled. Rob of an extra hit by Ethier popped up. The Pat Burrell comes off the bench to hit a big one, and it's a 1-run game. Ground foul. No balls and 2 strikes, but of course that was the count on Rowan when he hit the left center field wall as Lilly talks to Ryan Theriot. Fouled away. Rowan has 10 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Dodgers scored 4 in the 4th inning, have not really been heard from since, and now the Giants trying to come back. 1-2 for Octavio Dotel. That is the 7th home run that he's allowed this year, and the 2nd given up as a Dodger. 1-2. 2-2. Freddie Sanchez on deck. Nobody out. Fastball popped up. Rafael Furcal. 1 away. The Giant double play combination of Freddie Sanchez and Edgar Renteria in their careers had always given the Dodgers a bad time. However, this year neither one is doing anything. Renteria in his career hitting .285 against the Dodgers, but this year in August 129, and we're matching up the months. Sanchez in his career in the month of August hitting .296 against the Dodgers. This August just 179. 2-0. Freddie sacrificed, so Bochy knew in the first inning runs would be a premium. Lost an extra base hit on a spectacular catch of his slicing fly ball by Andre Ethier, and popped up. 2-0. 3-0. On deck, Aubrey Huff. Freddie hitting .287. There's ball 4. So for the Giants, they have the tying run aboard. So Dotel has faced 3 men, given up a home run, a walk, and gotten 1. So it looks like he's history. And with Aubrey Huff due up, Hung Chi Kuo was down in the bullpen. We'll be right back. 4-0, 4-1, and now because of 3 home runs by Posey, Renteria, and Burrell, it is 4-3 Dodgers, and they bring in left-hander Hung-Chi Kuo to go against Aubrey Huff. A couple of numbers to keep in mind about Hung-Chi Kuo. Number 1, Huff is a left-handed batter. Kuo has allowed only 6 hits in 55 at-bats to left-handers. He has struck out 23 of them, and left-handers are hitting just 109 against him. For Aubrey Huff, he is hitting 292 against left-hand pitching. Meanwhile, maybe the fastest man that the Giants have is Darren Ford. And Ford is running for Sanchez at first base. So a speedster out there, and Darren Ford representing the tying run. Ford, it's not as if he steals bases because he just got to the Giants, but he is the tying run. So here's Aubrey hitting 288, 22 home runs. Fastball starts him at 95, 0-1. Giants with 3 home runs tonight. They've hit 126 home runs. The Dodgers have hit 100. And down in the pen, Jonathan Broxton loosening up. Hung-Chi Kuo appeared briefly in the 9th inning last night for Chad Billingsley and made 13 pitches. He also appeared Wednesday, and then there was the off day. Fastball popped up. Loney coming towards the plate. Barajas pushes Huff out of the way and makes the catch in foul ground. So Rod Barajas taking charge of that area. Huff was not about to give ground. He was going to watch it. And so Barajas says, get out of here. Let me make a play. So Kuo nails another left-hander and now faces one of the brightest young players in the game, Buster Posey. Posey, a fly ball to right, a fly ball to center, and a home run halfway up the pavilion, hitting 329. He has 11 home runs, 55 runs batted in, and hitting a cool 333 against left-handers with 4 home runs. 0-1. There goes the runner. The pitch is high. The throw, a great save by Jamie Carroll. That thing was heading into center field for sure. So Carroll makes a huge save as Barajas really let one go. Ford had it stolen, and look at Carroll. So Jamie makes a huge save. Ford, who flies at second base, and with 2 out, Posey now trying to pick him up. That's his first major league stolen base. If he hits enough, he'll steal plenty. 1-1. 2-1. Kind of a classic confrontation here. Kuo and Posey. Posey 0 for 2 against Kuo, striking out both times. We're in the 8th, 2 out, tying run at second base. Dodgers lead 4-3. Fastball hit to center. Kemp is there. So the Giants get close. 2 home runs by Renteria and Burrell. And we're heading to the bottom of the 8th, 4-3 Dodgers. to a 4-3 lead. They did all four in the fourth inning. So the Hyundai key to the game started with Casey Blake hitting a double to cash in Loney after Pregame had scored. And then the big 3-run home run by Jay Gibbons. They pitched to Gibbons with first base open rather than face Jamie Carroll with the bases loaded. And Gibbons' swing now is the difference in the game. Meanwhile, Javier Lopez, a left-hander, will come in. Pat Burrell, who batted for Matt Cain, stays in the game in left field. Cody Ross moves to center. Aaron Rowan comes out. So you put Lopez in Rowan's spot. Also, Juan Uribe moves from third base to second base as Juan Sanchez gives way to a Lopez. 1 ball and no strikes for Call turning around. Tried to bunt for a hit, grounded out, walked, stole a base and scored, and flied to center. High chopper, Renteria waiting for the hop and gets him. So 1 out in the 8th inning, and Andre Ethier coming up. And of course, center stage right now is the fact that San Diego lost this afternoon 6-2. The Padres have lost 9 straight. But Bruce Bochy, 1 pitch, 1 hitter he'd like to get back, and that was the pitch to Jay Gibbons, 2nd and 3rd in the 4th inning. Foul ball, 0-1. Andre line drive single off the leg of Cain, popped up twice, made 2 great catches. Ground ball to the right side. Uribe is there, and we have 2 down in the 8th inning. To look ahead, if you're not keeping score, Giants are figuring to have Guillen, Ross, and Uribe. Because Guillen has to be questionable. Right fielder has struck out 3 straight times. He is 0 for 7 in the 2 games. He has struck out 4 times in the 2 games. And big Jonathan Broxton heating up for the 9th inning. Here's Loney. Grounded out, singled, and doubled. 0-1. Dodgers lost a run in the 6th inning. That's when Loney looked like he tripled, only instead he tripped rounding second and was nailed. And the next hitter was Blake, who singled. So the Dodgers lost a run there. Big sidearm bender. Lopez with 2 quick outs here in the 8th. Breaking ball away. Lopez from Puerto Rico came up with the Rockies, spent 4 years with the Red Sox. He has a degree in psychology from the University of Virginia. He went to and graduated from the university. Boy, to have a degree in psychology, you sit in the dugout or in the bullpen, you have some possible patience. 2-2. He's 33, 6'4", and about 205 pounds. Off speed, whack to the gap on the dead run is Guillen and makes the catch. So Loney loses an extra base hit, the long running catch by Jose Guillen. And we are heading for the 9th. The Dodgers 4, the Giants 3. Ninth inning, and here's the way it shapes up for the moment based on the fact San Diego lost. To give you an idea of how frustrated the Giants have to be, San Diego has lost 9 in a row, and over that stretch, the Giants have split 10. They've been kind of in a treadmill running in place. Now, after last night's defeat, when the last 10 Giants went down in order, tonight, a long stretch, 15 in a row retired by Ted Lilly. So for Bruce Bochy, somehow trying to come up and overcome the decision to pitch to Jay Gibbons with runners at second and third back in the 4th inning. 4 runs, 7 hits for the Dodgers, 3 runs, 4 hits for the Giants. And Jose Guillen, who has struck out 3 times, checking in against Jonathan Broxton. Guillen has never faced Big John. Ball 1. Guillen hitting .309. Last night struck out and hit 3 ground balls. Furcal actually took a hit away from him. 1 ball, no strikes. And high for ball 2. Giant runs, home runs. Posey leading off the 7th. Renteria leading off the 8th. Pat Burrell pinch hitting home run in the 8th. Cody Ross on deck. 2-0. Two and 1. One thing for the Giants, now that Quo is out of the game, the Giant bench has left-hand hitters Travis Ishikawa, Nate Shearholz, and infielder Mike Fontenot. Plus, they just put in Pablo Sandoval. That means Andres Torres is also available. 2 and 1. And a strike. Broxton 5 and 4, 19 walks, 69 strikeouts. And ball 3. Torrey has used Lilly, then Dotel, Quo, and now Broxton. There's no one throwing in the pen. Wow. Jose Guillen strikes out 4 times tonight, 5 times in the series. Fastball right down the middle, and he just couldn't catch up to it. So 1 big out, and the batter now, Cody Ross. Cody with 11 home runs, 60 runs batted in. Ball 1. Broxton and Ross. Cody is 1 for 2 in the past. Uribe on deck, 1 for 2. A little high. So he went all the way with Guillen and comes back 2-0 with Cody Ross. Dodgers are 22-19 in 1-run games, 15-5 at Dodger Stadium. Two and 1. Giants are 23-20 in 1-run games, 7-10 on the road. 1 out, 9th inning. Dodgers 4, Giants 3. 2-1. In there. Nothing fancy. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He went right after Guillen with a fastball to blow him away. 8 Giants have struck out so far tonight. 2-2. Well, it was 97. So Cody Ross just did get a little of that express. 2-2 the count. $48,220 taken in the ball game. Ground ball up the middle for Call. Makes the pick. Turns. Throws. Not in time. Good call by first base umpire Angel Hernandez. Cody Ross hustling. Raphael did everything he could to catch him. And Ross just does beat the throw. So the tying run is aboard for the Giants, and the batter is Juan Uribe. So the boys are cutting it awfully close tonight. Cody Ross at first base, you know he runs well. He has also stolen 9 out of 10. Uribe flied to center, grounded to short, and struck out. Tying run aboard. And ball 1. So Broxton went 3-2 to get Guillen, went 2-2 to give up the single, and he's behind 1 ball and no strikes. Uribe 1 for 2 against him in the past. And a drive into center, and I mean it's hit. It is gone. The Giants hit their 4th home run of the game and lead the Dodgers 5-4. I'll tell you one thing, that home run was heard not only in San Francisco, it was heard in San Diego. 5-4 Giants in the 9th on the home run by Uribe. And the batter now, Edgar Renteria, and ball 1. Uribe, a huge home run, his 18th home run. He has 73 RBIs. 1-0. 1-1. So Uribe hits the 4th home run for the Giants tonight. They have hit 127, and the Dodgers have hit 100. And a line drive, a wonderful play by Jamie Carroll for the 2nd out. Take another look. Juan Uribe had been 0 for 3. And I mean, he let her fly. A breaking ball, and Uribe knew it. He just dropped the bat. Buries it in center field. And the Giants showing a lot of emotion now as they have come from behind trailing 4-0 to lead 5-4. Pat Burrell came off the bench in the 8th inning and hit a pinch hit home run. That made it 4-3. And now Uribe's 2-run home run, and the Giants lead 5-4. And Burrell, base hit to right field. Over to get it is Ethier, and Pat will hold on. So Jonathan Broxton comes in, gives up the infield single to Ross, the home run to Uribe, a line drive speared by Jamie Carroll, and now the base hit by Burrell. Nate Schierholtz will run for Burrell and then stay in the game. And Rick Honeycutt going out to the mound. Pablo Sandoval will be the hitter. And Pablo did not start, tightness in the hips, but he's also coming up from the strong side of his game. Pablo has 12 home runs, 10 of them left-handed. He's hitting about 50 points higher left-handed than right, and his overall batting average .271. Boy, what a remarkable game this game of baseball truly is. The Giants were down flat on their backs. The Dodgers had them pinned 4-0. Ted Lilly had retired 15 in a row, and the Dodgers calmly walked into the 7th inning. Oh yeah, Buster Posey hit a home run that made it 4-1. But then in the 8th inning, Boschi's boys come back, 2 home runs, and then in the 9th inning, the 4th home run of the game for San Francisco to put them in front, hit by Uribe. So here is Sandoval. 5-4 Giants. Schierholtz at first, 2 out. Foul ball. Nate Schierholtz over at first has stolen 4, but he's been caught 5. Remember, we told you the Giants do not have a running game. They just have a couple of runners. They have Andres Torres, and they have recently acquired Cody Ross. But running is not their game. 0-1 to Sandoval. Over in the Dodger bullpen, you have Ronald Belisario and the left-handed George Sherrill. Giants scored 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, and 2 so far in the 9th. Ground foul. When the Dodgers come up in the bottom of the 9th inning, they are due to send up Casey Blake, Matt Kemp, and Jamie Carroll. If anybody gets on, Rod Barajas. (0-2) to Sandoval. Against Broxton, Sandoval is 2 for 5, 400. And down goes Sandoval. However, the damage has more than been done. 2 runs, 2 hits. Make it 3 hits, 1 left. But the big hit, the swing by Uribe, and the Giants lead 5-4. and the Giants have taken a 5-4 lead. Giants changed their outfield a bit. Nate Shearholz, who ran for Burrow, stays in the game in right field. Cody Ross, who started in left, went to center, goes back to left. Andres Torres is in center, and Brian Wilson on the mound. Wilson, 38 saves in 42 opportunities. The Giant bullpen has been magnificent for San Francisco as Casey Blake takes a strike. The Pen has a record of 27-14, and they've won nearly 2/3 of the time when there is a division on the line, and they have one right now, a big W. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brian Wilson with a slider to the backstop. Casey has struck out, doubled, and singled. One ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be a one-hopper into center field as the Dodgers try to come back. So Casey Blake comes up with his 3rd hit. He's 3 for 4. And now Matt Kemp, who was not in a starting role tonight, got him late, and here he comes. Wilson and Kemp. Matt is 0 for 8 against the hard thrower, striking out 5 of the 8 times. Fastball and a strike. Brian hits 91. Brian Wilson throws hard. He had a Tommy John surgery, another strike. 0-2. He's 6'1", about 205 pounds. Born in Massachusetts and lives in New Hampshire. Went to school at LSU. Had the Tommy John surgery 2003. 0-2. 0-1. Wilson, very interesting background. He's dabbled in kickboxing and Muay Thai training. 1-2. And a drive to center, coming up for it in a hurry to make the catch is Andres Torres. So the speedy outfielder, the right part of the game. 1 away. And the batter, Jamie Carroll. The Giant bullpen has been a strength, as we pointed out. They're first in the National League in save percentage. They are 16th lowest rate of inherited runners for relief pitchers scoring. They're 15th in relief losses, and they're number 1 in saves and in opportunities. So here's Jamie. Fly to left, single to center, fly to center, 1 for 3, hitting .288. Ball 1. Jamie Carroll and Wilson. Carroll is just 0 for 1, struck out in his only at bat. (5-4) Giants, bottom of the 9th, 1 out. 1-1. Giants trying to get within 2 of the Padres, and after tomorrow night, the Giants become Dodger fans, since the Dodgers play Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in San Diego. Dodgers have won 7 out of 12 from the Padres. And that's going to be flared into right field. Over to get the ball, and coming up with it is Shearholz. And all the way to third goes Casey Blake. So the tying run is 90 feet away, and Rod Barajas coming up. Shearholz gunning it back in. This crowd of 48,000 having a ball. Hope you make your plans to be out here tomorrow evening at 5. Jonathan Sanchez and Hiroki Kuroda. Barajas, 3 fly balls, and the Dodgers would be pretty happy with a fly ball right now with Casey Blake at third base. Rod fly to left and twice to center. And pops it up into shallow right. Shearholz has the play because he's heading for the infield, and the Dodgers have nothing to do about it. So Barajas pops it up to shallow right, and now Reed Johnson will come up and bat for Broxton.
Attention, please. For the Dodgers, pinch hitting number 5, Reed Johnson.
So Reed Johnson coming off the bench. Everybody in the Dodger dugout right-handed. Belliard, Ausmus, Terrio, and Johnson. So Reed, who has done very well against left-handers, is asked to face the fireballing right-hander. Johnson is 2 for 4 against Wilson. Blake, the tying run at third, Carroll at first, and ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Blake 90 feet away from getting the club even. Ground ball hard to third, and the play to second. The Giants with 4 home runs, down 4-0, come back to win it 5-4. And suddenly, thanks to Uribe's 9th inning home run with a man aboard, the Giants are 2 games behind San Diego. For Brian Wilson, he made 13 pitches, and the Dodgers leave the possible tying and winning run aboard. A reminder, stay tuned for Dodgers Live coming up next. Good night, everybody.